Dr. Robin Eicher, coordinator of the Practical Nursing Program. And the following full-time faculty teachers in the RN and PN programs: Mrs. Michelle Blash, Associate Professor; Mrs. Ashley Dolson, Assistant Professor; Mrs. Dawn Druger, Assistant Professor; Dr. Robin Eicher, Associate Professor; Dr. Lori Manila, Associate Professor; Mrs. Dawn Nally, Assistant Professor; Mrs. Ashton Taylor, Assistant Professor; Mrs. Karen Vogel, Assistant Professor; and Mrs. Gina Urich, Assistant Professor. At this time, I would like to call Maria Yanko to the podium to give the history of the pinning ceremony.
Good afternoon, everybody. To Dr. Klauber, Ms. Schonenberger, Board of Trustees, administrators, faculty, family, friends, and graduates. As a member of the spring graduating class of Hagerstown Community College, it is my great honor and privilege to welcome you to the pinning ceremony of the nursing class of spring 2026. The nursing pin and the pinning ceremony have a rich historical background. The earliest badges presented were to those members of the Knight of the Order of the Hospital of St. John the Baptist who tended to the ill and wounded crusaders in the 12th century. The tradition of the nursing pin and the ceremonial pinning we know today actually originated in the 1860s at the Nightingale School of Nursing at St. Thomas Hospital in London. Having been recently awarded the Red Cross of St. George for her selfless service to the injured and dying in the Crimean War, Florence chose to extend this honor to her most outstanding graduate nurses by presenting each of them with a medal for excellence. The first pin in the United States was presented to the graduating class of 1880 at the Bellevue Hospital of Nursing in New York City. The pin presented to the graduates was both beautiful and symbolic. By 1916, the practice of pinning new nurses was common in schools throughout the United Kingdom and North America. Today, many nursing schools view the pinning ceremony as an outdated ritual. Some schools have already abandoned the pinning ceremony, and many others are considering doing so. The faculty of Hagerstown Community College continue to view the pinning ceremony as an important rite of passage into the profession of nursing. The nursing class of spring 2026 views this ceremony as a symbol of our commitment to the traditions and values of the nursing profession. Our class also views this day with great joy and great relief, as we proudly can say we survived nursing school. Again, I would like to welcome all of you to the pinning ceremony today. At this time, the graduates will stand to recite the Nightingale Pledge. After the pledge, Dr. Klauber, who will be congratulating the new graduates. Thank you.
Congratulations, graduates. I know this has been a moment that you've been waiting for, graduation this morning and your pinning this afternoon. I want to offer you congratulations and just give you a couple of words before you head out into the medical care world. You know, I'd love to say we've taught you just enough to be dangerous now. Taught you enough to get licensed and pass your NCLEX, which, by the way, how many have already taken their NCLEX and passed it? Let's raise your hands. All right, okay. Well, the rest of you, please make sure you do that very fast, because data suggests that the faster you take it after you finish classes, the greater your chances of passing it the first time. So we want to make sure that you pass it as soon as you possibly can. So please go and do that. Don't forget. But one thing I want to urge you, as you go into your profession, seek out those people with great wisdom. Seek them and people that you admire in the hospital or healthcare center where you work, people that you want to be like, and secure them as your mentors. Lock onto them. Learn what they can teach you so that you can aspire to be the best of your profession. We've not taught you everything. We've taught you everything that the law requires, nursing textbooks require, the accrediting bodies require, but what we've yet to give you is wisdom. Wisdom is something that you are going to have to acquire on your own through years of experience. So, and let me also take a brief moment to recognize 3 individuals who are retiring from our nursing ranks this year. Ms. Karen Hammond, who's been our Director of Nursing 21 years, and Professor Dawn Nally and Professor Regina Urick. They're all leaving. And my hope is that one day, 1 or 2, maybe several of you that are sitting out there today may one day become faculty here at ARCC. We look for the best and the brightest, and I know that the best and brightest are sitting right in front of me. So congratulations, celebrate today, and we look forward to seeing you out in the healthcare field tomorrow.
Good afternoon. Practical nursing is a growing field, and students that graduate from this program have gone on to get jobs in all aspects of nursing. Nursing homes, hospitals, doctor's offices, hospice, home health. These students have worked extremely hard for the past 11 months and deserve a huge congratulations. The PN students have taken a national exam, the NCLEX, that they take at the end of the program, which allows them to use the title of a licensed practical nurse. There are 2 students in the graduation class who have already completed and passed the NCLEX, and I would like for Mackenzie Sexton and Kiara Streams to please stand. Thank you, ladies. Many of the graduates today already have jobs or are going to continue their education. Let's give the class of 2026 a huge round of applause. As part of the pinning ceremony, we also have 3 awards that we give out in the practical nursing program. The first one is the Excellence in Practical Nursing Award. The HCC Practical Nursing faculty selects and gives this award to the student who exhibits the following criteria: enrollment for a minimum of 12 credits during the academic semester, a minimum GPA of 3.2 overall academic average, the student's attitude, and professionalism to include exemplary professional behavior. This year, the award is given to Roseanne Maltzby. These students have no idea they're getting these awards. The second award is an award for personal and professional growth. This award is given by the HCC Practical Nursing faculty to recognize the student who has demonstrated significant professional growth and maturity in the nursing program. A plaque with the recipient's name will be located in the Career Programs building, and this year this award goes to Wagina Valburn. And third, but certainly not last, the Spirit of Long-Term Care Nursing Award. This award is given by the practical nursing faculty to a graduating practical nursing student who has demonstrated strong academic performance as well as an interest and clinical expertise in caring for geriatric clients. This year, this award goes to Sierra Cade. Thank you.
Good afternoon, distinguished faculty, honored guests, supported families, friends, and fellow graduates. Today, as I stand before you, I'm filled with profound gratitude and humility. This moment represents far more than the completion of the practical nursing program. It represents perseverance, growth, and the quiet strength it takes to rise after disappointment. My journey to this stage was not simple, nor was it direct. Prior to entering this program, I was once enrolled in the RN program. Like many who pursue nursing, I began with a passion, ambition, and a deep desire to care for others. However, at that time in my life, I was navigating several personal and life challenges that made it difficult to fully meet the demands of such an intense program. Despite my efforts, I failed. That experience was painful. Failure has a way of making us question our worth, our abilities, and even our dreams. For a period of time, I carried the weight of that moment, believing it reflected who I was rather than what I was going through. But with time, reflection, and healing, I came to understand an important truth. Failure does not define us, our response to it does. I realized that nursing was still my calling, but the timing had been wrong. Instead of allowing that setback to end my journey, I chose to begin again, this time with clarity, maturity, and a deeper understanding of myself. I found my way into the practical nursing program at a point in my life when I could truly dedicate myself to the process. Choosing a shorter program was not a step back, it was a strategic and intentional step forward, aligned with the season of life I was in. This program tested me in ways I never anticipated. It required discipline when exhaustion set in, perseverance when the workload felt overwhelming, and faith when self-doubt resurfaced. Yet through every challenge, I remained grounded in the lessons learned from my past. I showed up with resilience, determination, and a renewed commitment to succeed, not just for myself, but for the patients I will one day serve. None of this would have been possible without the unwavering support surrounding me. To our instructors and faculty, thank you for your guidance, your patience, and your belief in our potential, even when we struggled to see it ourselves. You shaped not only our clinical skills, but our confidence and professionalism. I would like to take a special moment to recognize Dr. Robin Eicher, whose guidance truly made a lasting impact on me and my classmates. Dr. Eicher consistently challenged us to strive for excellence while also reminding us our capability to achieve it. She guided us through this program with dedication, structure, and the genuine care for our success. No matter how difficult the journey became, she remained a constant source of support, encouraging us to keep pushing forward, to believe in ourselves, and to give nothing less than our very best. Her commitment to our growth helped shape not only the nurses we are becoming, but the confidence we carry into our future careers. To our family and friends, thank you for standing by us through the long nights, missed moments, and countless sacrifices. Your encouragement carried us through the hardest days. And to my classmates, thank you for your camaraderie, understanding, and strength. We walked this journey together, and I am honored to graduate alongside you. Today, this achievement represents more than academic success. It is a testament to resilience. It is proof that setbacks can become stepping stones and that perseverance, when paired with dedication and support, leads to meaningful accomplishment. As we move forward into our nursing careers, may we remember where we came from, the obstacles we overcame, and the compassion those experiences have instilled in us. May we care for our patient with empathy, advocate with confidence, and never forget the growth often begins in movements of struggle. Congratulations to the practical nursing class of 2026. We are here not because the journey was easy, but because we refused to give up. Thank you.
Well, good afternoon, everybody. I too have to recognize some graduate nursing students that are special, and they have been selected for some special awards. So we do this every year, and I'd like to recognize these students at this time. So when your name is called, please come forward and receive your award. The first is the personal and professional growth. This award is given to the RN student who has been chosen by the ARCC nursing faculty. This award recognizes the nursing student who has demonstrated significant professional growth and maturity as they progressed in the nursing program. A plaque with the recipient's name will be located in the Career Programs building. This year's award goes to Olivia Giffen. Thank you, darling. Let's give her a round of applause. The next award goes to the student who has the highest grade point average in the RN program, and believe me, that isn't easy to do, and is graduating with high honors. This year's award goes to Claire Hensley. Thank you, darling. The Career Programs Award of Excellence is also given to a graduating RN student. This award is given to the student who's enrolled in a minimum of 12 credits during the academic year, has a minimum GPA of 3.2, and has been involved in extracurricular activities. This selection is made by the ACC nursing faculty, and this year's award goes to Olivia Phoebus. Is that how you pronounce her name, or is it Eliza? I mispronounced her name. It's Eliza. The last award is the ACC Spirit of Nursing Award. This award recipient has also been chosen by the ACC nursing faculty. This award recognizes a nursing student who, despite personal difficulties, has persevered, demonstrating clinical competence, good leadership skills, and maintained a positive attitude through it all. This year's award has been presented to Nicole Davis. Thank you. Some of these students did not know until just now that they were getting these awards, so it's a lot of tears, which is great. I might have a few myself before it's all over. I'll try to make it through this in one piece. So anyway, I would like to recognize and thank all of you for coming today to our nursing pinning program. This is and has been one of my very favorite things that I have to do as director of nursing each year. I do it twice a year, and it's always been great and rewarding to see all of you walk across the stage as new nursing graduates. And I have been doing this for a long time, but this is a bittersweet time for me because this will be my very last time. But something Dr. Klauber just said struck a chord with me. I remember my very first class. I graduated from here as well. And I remember my very first class and my very first instructor who wrote something on the blackboard. Back then there was no computers, blackboard. And she put MSN behind her name. And I'm thinking, I'll be glad to get out of here without even thinking about getting an MSN. So you guys can do that because I want everybody that graduated from HCC nursing program behind me to stand. There you go. And in order to teach in the nursing program, you have to have a Master's of Science in Nursing. So it can be done. I was wrong. Somehow I managed to get through it and do it myself, but I never expected to at the beginning. So you deserve a lot of credit for doing what you do, and that's a miracle, and we're very proud of how you've come from a very scared nursing student, and you're waiting outside the door of the room, and you are afraid to go in and say, hello, my name's Karen Hammond, I'm going to be your nurse, and you go back to your instructor, well, they're asleep. We're not going to wake them. Any excuse. How many of you were like that? Yeah, I know. I know the feeling. So you made a good decision when you came into this profession. In fact, the Gallup poll released earlier this year, I say this every year because every year nursing students are number one. The nursing profession is number one by Gallup for the 23 years in a row. They're more trusted, nurses are more trusted than a wide spectrum of other professions, including medical doctors, police officers, and almost anything. We're number one, so just so you know that. 76% of Americans view nurses as highly ethical, honest, and with a high level of integrity. So we all recited the Nightingale Pledge today, but I would like to remember one more nurse who was an important nursing educator, and humanitarian. And that nurse was Clara Barton. And when I was little and I always wanted to be a nurse, she was my hero. So it's the reason I'm bringing her up. She actually went out on the Antietam battlefield, which isn't too far from here, when the cannons floating and the bullets flying, and tended to soldiers that needed help and were shot or whatever, injured during the war, the Civil War. In fact, she is also the one that founded the American Red Cross. So she was quite an innovator and very at the forefront of nursing. And Hagerstown, because she was here in Washington County helping out our soldiers so much, a statue, a sculpture, was just dedicated to her. And if you want to go to Park Circle in Hagerstown, you'll be able to see a picture of her. So she was a very important person and a pioneer nurse, just like Florence Nightingale. She came just about a century later. And I also want to recognize those behind me, the nursing faculty. As you all know, they've been very instrumental in helping you become an RN student or an LPN student. They have spent time preparing you for your new role. And I'm sure you would agree with me that they've been very instrumental in helping you along as you've progressed along in the program. So today, at your pinning ceremony, we honored Florence Nightingale. She was a real visionary also, but I don't think she could even come up with and think of how the modern nurse was, because she carried a lantern. Well, we carry smartphones, pens, tape, measuring tapes. We carry all kinds of things, stethoscopes. She had none of that, and neither did Clara Barton. So they were very instrumental in setting the way, and we now are enjoying the technologies that have come along since then. Class of '96, both of you will receive your nursing pin, but the true mark of a nurse is already written in your character. There will be days when you are the only person that's standing between a patient and their fear. They're scared. They're getting ready to die. They've never experienced this before, and you are the one that they're going to want to be there for them. And your presence alone provides secure for them and makes them more secure. Nursing is a highly respected profession, and we need to continue to evolve, and it's ever-changing. Patricia Brenner said nurses today have new responsibilities. Well, we sure do. Like I said, it's changed. So your journey from a novice nurse to a trained one will be continuous improvement, because we all are learning new things every day as new things come available to us. William Osler once said, "The trained nurse has become one of great blessings and humanity, taking a place beside the physician and the priest." So you are now a part of a profession. Find your voice, be a change agent at the bedside, and don't lose passion, your passion that you've had after several years of learning. And I'm so proud of each and every one of you, because I know how hard it is to go through this program and work and have children, because I've been there and done that, and so I understand that very much. Don't settle for just being comfortable. Always challenge yourself. I leave the words of Mother Teresa: "I alone cannot change the world, but I can cast a stone that'll cast many ripples." Work to have the tools that you will be able to cast the stone that casts many ripples. As you embark on this new journey, remember the values and the principles that we have tried to instill as you've gone through the program. I know that each of you will have a positive impact on the lives of countless patients. Welcome to the greatest profession on earth. welcome to the nursing profession. You've been great classes. Please take the NCLEX. Follow Dr. Clawberg as soon as you can. And speaking of that, for the RN students that have already taken the NCLEX and passed and are registered nurses, can you please stand? Congratulations. Very proud of each and every one of you. And the rest of you, as soon as you can get down there and take that exam, do it. Because we, just like he said, that it's proven that sooner you take it, the sooner, better percentage of you will pass. Again, congratulations. I'm so proud to be here. Thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone. Faculty, family, friends, and classmates. We actually made it. I feel like that is the biggest thing I want to say today because there were definitely times where this moment felt so far away. Not that long ago, we were just shaking in our shoes walking into our first day of fundamentals. We were all just trying to figure out what class to go to, what we were doing, and how nursing school somehow turned into a full-time job with overtime and no pay. And then it just kept going. There was the reading, the exams, the clinicals, and the care plans that took way longer than they should have. There were also those questions where you studied, you thought you knew the material, and you somehow still got it wrong. And the select all and apply questions where you picked the most right answers. But seriously, there were moments when this was hard. It was really hard. There were moments where we doubted ourselves, when we felt overwhelmed, and when we questioned if we were even cut out for this. I think every single one of us has had at least one of those days. But we are still here, and that's what matters. Because it was not easy to get here. It took long nights, early mornings, sacrifices, and pushing through even when we felt like we had nothing left. So if you ever start to doubt yourself again, I hope you remember this moment. And I hope you do not let anyone else define your worth. You are not a bad grade. You are not a bad day at clinical. You are not someone else's opinion. You are here because you earned it. Somewhere along the way, we also learned something bigger than just skills and information. We learned how to show up for people on their worst days. We learned how to stay calm when things were not calm. We learned that sometimes just being there matters more than anything else we can do. And without really realizing it, we stopped being students and became nurses. To our family and our friends, thank you for sticking with us through all of this. Thank you for listening, supporting us, and dealing with the stress that definitely came home with us. To our instructors and our preceptors, thank you for pushing us and helping us grow, even when it felt uncomfortable at the time. And to my classmates, we really got through this together. There were times we helped each other study, times we reassured each other, and times we just needed someone else to say that we could do this, even if we didn't believe it yet. So today is not just the end of nursing school. It's the start of something bigger. There are going to be hard days, but there are also going to be moments when you realize why you chose this, when you help someone, and when you make a difference, even in small ways. And those moments are going to matter. So do not forget what it took to get here. Do not forget everything you pushed through. And do not let anyone make you question your worth again. You are capable, you are strong, and you belong here. Congratulations, class of 2026. We made it.
Lakin Bassler. Emma Burkett. Alyssa Dar. Nicole R. Davis. Lindsay A. Eberly and Ruby. Savannah J. Gelwicks. Katie M. Harvey. Claire V. Hensley. Brianna M. Kyler. Rachel L. Minnick. Purity N. Narano. Eliza L. Phoebus and Drew. Erica R. Ryder. Caitlin M. Stoner. Rebecca B. Van Diver and Ezra. Bailey A. Wilson. Maria V. Venko and Maven. Sarah J. Bittinger. Holly J. Chambers McKee. Holly C. Kaufman. Sorry, Natalie C. Kaufman. Nayara M. Figgins. Sierra A. Goodman. Olivia I. Griffin, RN. Andrea E. Martin. Dalton H. Metcalf. Alice A. Robinson and Isabella. Kirsten L. Stoner. Tori N. Thomas. Kristen G. Zambrano.
Hey, girl.
Kathleen J. Apollonio. Marcy D. Asante. Kara L. Bachman. Sierra A. Cade. Taylor DeForce. Shaniqua T. Duncan. Chelsea K. Fortung. A lot of hair. Kara R. Goshorn. Tiffany L. Hoggy. Hoagie. Oh. Liberty K. Ei. Eia. Zenat M. Isa. Roseanne Maltzby. Taylor A. Moscatelli. Shaheen R. Mellons. Khalees A. Ortiz. Caitlin R. Peck. Jennifer N. Poper. Caitlin G. Rodriguez. Amanda L. Sellers. Mackenzie E. Sexton, LPN. Gia M. Sosa. Caitlin E. Steele. Kiera R. Streams, LPN. Regina N. Valbrun. Ethan Weeks.
How can one describe for you the character of a person who has devoted her many years of service to this institution and the students that we all serve? Karen Hammond came to HJC as a nursing student because of the quality and reputation of the nursing program. She worked hard to learn all she could from a fabulous group of nursing faculty and graduated in 1981. She went right to work, caring for patients the way she wanted to be cared for. She obtained her BSN and her MSN. She has managed nursing units and always treated both patients and staff with great care. She is a woman of excellent integrity. One day, I walked into the ICU break room while she was eating dinner, and I confirmed that her master's was in nursing. I explained that HCC needed second-year nursing faculty, and I asked if she wanted to join me. This began her tenure here at HCC. Karen and I shared an office because they were renovating the CPB at that point. We had 2 weeks to prepare. That semester, we were 1 week ahead of the students. We shared an office, and Karen fell in love with teaching nursing. She was passionate about the education of our nursing students and about the care of those patients. Her passion and care never wavered. She continued as faculty until the director of nursing, who at that time was Carolyn Albright, resigned. Our past president, Dr. Altieri, asked Karen to become the interim director, not once, but many times. Eventually, she said yes, and she has been the DON of our program for the last 21 years. She hesitated, not because she didn't think she had the managerial skills, but because she loved teaching nursing. She has led our team forward since that time, and her passion for students has never waned. Under her leadership, our nursing program has grown, our reputation in the state has grown, and our faculty has been given a supportive environment that has allowed us to hone our craft as nursing educators. With Karen at the helm, we provided Washington County with and the surrounding areas with high quality, caring, and compassionate nurses. Nurses who have known that their faculty cared for them and that they could care for their patients. Our graduates are sought after by local hospitals and hospitals far-reaching from here. Our students have some of the highest pass rates on the national exam because both Karen and our faculty never shy away from teaching hard concepts and holding students accountable for the information they are given. This afternoon, we honor a woman who has devoted more than 2 decades to this institution and our students. Ladies and gentlemen, our current director, Karen Hammond, is retiring. While she leaves us, we will continue the tradition of educating the next class of nurses with the same level of integrity that she brought to the job every single day. Please give Karen a hearty round of applause.
I really don't know what to say other than thank you. I was trying not to lose it, but that did it. Thank you.
Now, as we close one door, other doors are being opened. On behalf of all the graduates, we again want to thank all of you who have come to celebrate this moment with us. Graduates, we have accomplished great things, and through perseverance, we have successfully reached our goal of becoming nurses. We would also like to thank every one of our professors for their hard work and dedication, for seeing our individual strengths and weaknesses and helping us reach our greatest potential. In addition, we would like to thank each and every family member and other support persons for your patience, assistance, and just being there for us. You helped us study, dried our tears, and were always there to support us. This day would not be possible without you. As we start out our nursing careers, never forget the principles we were taught by our professors. Let's remember to treat our patients with the care and respect that we would like to receive. Finally, remember the 5 C's of nursing. Be calm, compassionate, confident, consistent, and courageous. Again, thank you for coming, and please stay seated for the recessional.